Hi everyone, this is the first of many math videos that I'm going to be recording for you. Basically, this is how I'm going to be able to deliver my math instruction to you over the next couple of weeks. So I'm trying to keep it as close to normal math class as I can from afar. This is how you're going to see your lessons. You'll see me down here in the corner, and then right here you'll see your math slides kind of like you would see them in math class. So I'll do my best to kind of navigate through those slides. We'll do examples together. I'm going to try my best to do examples using the stylus pen, but it's kind of fat and it's hard to write, especially hard I found to mark decimal points. So this lesson should be kind of interesting, but just bear with me. We're just going to give this a try. These videos will be uploaded to Google Classroom for you to view every time I assign a new lesson for you. And then in addition to your homework will be submitted virtually via Google Forms. And I will always attach the lesson notes from these videos in there as well. So those of you learners that are really visual like me, you'll have those notes to refer to as well. So here we go. This is lesson 111, and it's multiplying decimal numbers by 10, by 100, and by 1000. And you guys, this feels like kind of repetitive to actually spend a day on this lesson because I've been talking about this since day one. It's just one of those math tricks. It's one of those shortcuts that I've taught you from the first day. It makes your math a lot simpler. So using the trick of the power of 10, you may remember me talking about that. It saves you a lot of math, a lot of computing and doing multiplication problems. So I'm gonna go through this trick. I really only have like one page of examples for you today, and I encourage you to try them. Really what I'd encourage you to do in these videos is to pause the video. When you see an example there, I encourage you to pause the video, try the problems yourself. Really do challenge yourself. I mean, now more than ever, you really need to advocate for your learning and push yourself a little harder than you would right here in the math classroom in front of me. So I'm not there with you on your couch or at your kitchen table while you're watching this video. You're going to have to do that for yourself. Keep your brain working, keep challenging yourself, keep those pathways firing and strengthening. So yeah, pause the video, try this on your own, and when you do have an answer and you're confident about it, unpause the video. You can watch me solve, and you can do some self-checking there, seeing if your answers align with mine, and if they don't, that's okay. That's going to happen as long as you find your error. So make sure when errors arise, you're finding that error, fixing the problem, and so you can move forward with your math without getting frustrated or falling behind. So here we go. Multiplying decimal numbers by 10, by 100, and by 1000. Our learning target for today is just that, to multiply them. So really, we're not even talking about dividing them by powers of 10 today, but I'm going to touch on that a little bit because why not? So this is a lot of wordiness, but if you like to read it, go ahead. Basically, when you're multiplying any decimal number by a power of 10, when I say power of 10, I mean 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, any number with 1 and zeros, you don't have to do any multiplying at all, actually. You just have to bump your decimal. That's it. And when we're multiplying, the decimal bumps to the right. And that's because when we're multiplying, our decimal number is growing bigger. And as numbers grow bigger, the decimals move to the right. I'll show you what I mean here in just a moment. Here's our one page of examples. See if I might need to zoom out just a tiny bit here. Maybe a little more. All right, you should be able to see all of the example problems on there. If you want to pause the video right here, go ahead. I will say this though. Remember, when you're multiplying by a power of 10, your decimal is going to move to the right as many times as there are zeros in the power of 10 you're multiplying by. That sounds a little confusing. I'm going to say it one more time. Your decimal is going to bump to the right as many bumps or as many times as the number of zeros in the power of 10 you're multiplying by. So, for example, if you're multiplying something by the number 10, your decimal bumps to the right one time because the number 10 has 1 0 in it. That's it. If you multiply a number by 100, same thing. There are 2 zeros in the number 100, and you'll bump your decimal to the right 2 times. I could really go pretty in depth with talking about what does this mean. I'm not going to do that on this video. I'm going to try to be pretty mindful about keeping these short. For those of you, I don't want to suck up your data if you don't have unlimited Wi-Fi. So if and when we come back together, I'll be able to talk a little bit more in depth with that. It has to do with really every time you shift, you're moving by, we're talking about the decimal places. We've got the tenths, hundredths, thousandths. We're moving 100 times more each time. So anyway, go ahead and pause this video, give it a try, and unpause it when you're ready to watch me work. All right, so as I prepare to work here, let me get my pen. I'm looking here at this first problem. It looks like 1.234. You would read that as 1 and 234 thousandths. We're multiplying that by 100, so there are 2 zeros in 100. Let's see, I'm going to bump this 2 times. That kind of looks weird. And I end up with 123 and, yikes, you guys, sorry, that's supposed to be a decimal, 4 tenths. I'm not able to do a decimal point with this thing, so bear with me, sorry. The next one, 7 and 892 thousandths times 1,000. There are 3 zeros here in 1,000. We're going to bump it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now our decimals at the end. This brings up a kind of a common question. I'll show you how I'll write this. We have 7, 8, 9, 2. Do I need to put the decimal at the end? I'll tell you both answers are correct. It's a little bit more advanced if you just leave it. You don't have to show the decimal at the end there. You can choose to put a comma there if you'd like. 7,892. Next one, we have 54 and 454 thousandths times 10. 10 has 1 0. We're just going to bump it 1 time. Like that. These bumps are looking kind of weird. We have 544 and, and 50, come on, 4 hundredths. Okay, last one. We have 99 and 8,877 ten thousandths times 100. We're going to bump it twice. And we now have 9, 9, 8, 8, and, come on, 7, 7, 9,988 and 77 hundredths. Okay, so those are your examples for today. I can't help myself. I do want to challenge you. Oh my gosh, there's one more. Let's do this. Go ahead and pause it if you want to try this one. As I go to solve this is an easy one. 234 thousandths times 10, we're going to bump the decimal to the right once. You see these numbers are growing, so you start with a smaller number and multiplying it by 10 makes the number grow. Now we have, yikes, that's supposed to be a 2. 2 and 30, come on, 34 hundredths. So here's my challenge to you. Go back to these examples. No, I'll just do one right here. What if I said 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by, oh no. You guys, I'm trying to make a divided by sign. There we go. 1,234 divided by 100. So this is the inverse operation, the opposite operation. The opposite of multiply is divide. So take a guess. Which way do you think the decimal goes? When we multiply, our decimal goes to the right. We use the exact same model, the exact same strategy of just bumping our decimal. When we divide, we just move to the left. When we divide, our numbers are getting smaller. We're dividing them out into smaller piles, if you think about it that way. So exact same strategy, you're just moving to the left. So same thing, let's take a look at this. 1,234 divided by 100, well, there are 2 zeros in 100. When we're looking at a whole number like this, we assume the decimal's at the end. That's where it is. It's kind of hidden. So I'm going to start back here. 100 has 2 zeros. I'm going to bump it back 2 times. 1, 2. And now I have 12 and, oh, sorry about that. Can I undo that? I can. Okay. 12 and, come on, give me a decimal, 34 hundredths. So there you have it. That's our only example, excuse me, for today. Your homework is linked right here in Google Classroom. You have a choice. You can submit it via Google Forms. That's really quick. It gives you instant feedback. It gives me instant data. If you're able to do that, great. If not, all of you have paper copies of all of the homeworks sent home. If you need any review of this, just replay the video. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Have a great day.